Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Joe, and Rob. The crew is taking your calls, so dial in at 1-800-808-5548.
You know, welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Show, and you know, the great thing is we're having such a good time here in the studio that we actually have the third member of our Rat Pack calling in right now. Joe, what are you up to, buddy?
Well, all I remember is that you and I were gambling in Las Vegas last night. Had a great time, and then I woke up on the beach somewhere down here near Surfside.
I know. What happened to you? You know, we were flying back, and I was wondering where you went, and I guess they dropped you off at a different place.
I'm down here, down in Surfside. I woke up with a catfish and a hula hoop, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
You know, I guess that might be better than the other thing. You woke up that one morning that's on Facebook or YouTube in which you have that very funny laugh, and then you end up doing something, dancing on your table.
Well, you know, Bill's here doing a great job in your stead, so you know you better hurry on back because we've got a potential Rat Pack replacement here.
I'm just doing my best.
We're listening to the show down here. I'm actually down at a family reunion at the wife and the fam, and we're listening in and love Lorna's accent. Lorna, hello.
You know what? Lorna was great, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was fantastic. I was sitting here trying to do my best Scottish accent while she was talking.
Well,
so.
Don't embarrass us, please. This is a family show.
Well, we're having a great time down here, enjoying the beach and the weather and enjoying the show. You guys are doing a great job.
Well, Joe, we appreciate it as always, man. You enjoy being there with your family. That, again, you know, we miss you here. You're one of the third part of the Rat Pack. Any credit inquiries that come in today, we'll definitely make sure, number one, we show them out to Improve My Credit USA. And then I'll do my best fill-in on any questions I can try to answer there.
Absolutely. You know, I definitely had some thoughts about, you know, international folks moving into the market coming here. They need to establish and build credit sometimes, and there's a lot of great points on that. And we have some good information on our website as well. Shameless plug, ImproveMyCreditUSA.com. If you go there, there's a whole section on building credit, and whether somebody has bad credit or not, they are always welcome to call us to speak to a certified credit counselor, and they can call just about that subject. If they're new to the country and they're wanting to establish and build some credit, our certified credit counselors will be happy to give them some guidance and direction, and that's always a complimentary process. Man,
that is awesome. Again, that is Improve My Credit USA. That is Joe Orsak. He is one of the Real Estate Rat Pack members and co-host, but he is out today on a family reunion, having a good time. Man, great playing with you last night, and enjoy your day today, buddy.
All right, you guys. I'll see y'all next week.
See you next week, bud. You know, and it's always great to talk to Joe. You know, he's absolutely, this would not be the show without Joe Orsak as part of it right there. But, you know, we got a great fill-in right there with Bill. And, you know, Bill,
yes.
You know, one of the things, OneGuard is a very, very good sponsor of the show. Actually, one of our first sponsors of the show.
Absolutely. We want to be at the right place at the right time.
And you're definitely there. And, you know, and you have a very beautiful woman sitting right there to your right-hand side, one of your coworkers.
And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to introduce the great Natasha. Let me tell you, Natasha has done wonders with OneGuard. She has been out there in the territory and doing a terrific job. And other than work, as we all do what we do, I want to say this, Natasha is just a great team player and a great person to work with. I mean that from the bottom of my Rat Pack temporary heart.
Yes, Bill, I can tell. Thank you very much.
That.
I'm wondering now what's going to happen next. Are you buttering me up for something or what?
and her husband, Charles, I know he's sitting right by the radio with their children and Rusty the dog.
Oh, gosh, yes,
it is great to always see you.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you, Bill, again for having me. And thank you, Chris, for having me again on the show. Today we have Diana Hu. She's one of my guests here with Better Homes and Garden. And she is from the Memorial Office, and she is a certified international property specialist.
Diana, how are you doing?
Good.
You know, so what is a certified international property specialist? Let's start off there.
We have to take a 1-week class with Houston Association of Realtors, and the 1-week class covers a lot of international real estate from different country to country, and we're trying to learn different cultural and things and be able to help people want to move to Houston or maybe want to buy real estate property abroad.
Well, you know, and we're doing an international show today, which is, you know, very appropriate. One of the things that's very interesting is we have an abundance of guests that we're going to be bringing in throughout the day, and we represent really a lot of different areas. We have Latin Americans. We're going to have Luis on in a minute. Obviously, we just got to having Lorna in from the European side. And then what major community do you represent the most?
I work a lot in the energy corridor, so we work with a lot of people that transfer in and out with the big oil company.
Let us know, one of the things that we always like to talk about is how are you seeing that international market, and what is the international market looking for when they come to Houston right now, in your opinion?
What I've noticed for a lot of international people, Houston real estate market is just so affordable. They're amazed for the same amount of money, how much house they can buy. So a lot of people will love the big house with a pool, some yard. They really love neighborhood fields and things like that. So it's just an eye-opening for them. They just cannot get over how much they can buy with that amount of money.
It's funny you said that. I was in Vegas this week, and Vegas, they're international individuals. So they all have their name tags on them, and they say, my name is XYZ. I'm from Singapore or Thailand or Mexico, wherever it might be. The one thing that I was speaking to a lady last night when I was losing money to her on the table. So one thing she was telling me, though, is that she arrived here and that she knew Houston very well. She goes, the one thing I always liked about Houston? I said, what? She goes, I regret ever leaving there because it was such an affordable place. So you're right. Not only is it an international thing, but even within the United States, it's known that Houston has the most affordable housing market, and you get so much more for the price. I don't care if it's a $100,000 home or $1 million home. The equivalent anywhere else in the United States is unparalleled. Any thoughts?
Absolutely.
And the other thing about that is, not only is it unparalleled, but also some of the features and benefits that you're getting. Talk about what people are looking for in features and benefits in their homes here.
It depends on the area. The energy corridor, a lot of houses are much older, so they're not as energy efficient. So some people, if they want to be closer to work than living in the older area, then they will end up doing a lot of energy efficiency remodelings and things like that. If they end up buying out in the suburb where things are more efficient, then it just a lot of time that energy is one thing that people were sort of looking for because of the electricity price and maybe the driving and gas and things like that.
Now, the great thing, though, is whether they buy an older home or they buy a newer home, there's a great warranty you can sell at the time of closing.
That's correct. We always make sure our client gets a 1-year home warranty policy so they can have everything covered.
That is correct.
And from what company was that?
I'm not so sure if I can endorse that, but OneGuard, yes.
Well, Diana uses OneGuard, and
it took a little work.
Yeah.
But yeah. I want to back up on something Chris said that applies to this international market. I was doing some research this morning, and our governor, Rick Perry, I don't know if there was a little controversy, but on the advertisement for Texas, Rick Perry and I, quote, said, Texas has called and opportunity awaits. And I'd say on behalf of all of us here, the Rat Pack, and all the guests, Houston calls, and no doubt about it, that opportunity is here and awaits all those. So it's very exciting to be a part of this real estate phenomenon that's going on.
Yes, it is, Bill. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you go. It's all yours.
I wanted to just intercede and say not only us as a home warranty company, it's been fantastic to be a part of that as well as we bring in clients from other countries or wherever they may, even if it's Vegas, wherever they may come from. As they get into their homes, they still want to feel comfortable, and we have some wonderful needs that we can please for them by offering them convenience features with our warranty. And we want to make sure they feel comfortable with their agent, with the city, and if something goes wrong, because stuff breaks, we are there for them as a home warranty company. So we just, like they say in Texas, we like to do it big, and us at OneGuard, we like to do the same thing.
Well, and the other thing that, I always preface this, and I put this out there, is for all those listening right now, you might be sitting there and saying, well, I'm not buying or I'm not selling my property. You don't need to be buying or selling a piece of property to get a OneGuard home warranty.
Nope.
You can actually get it on your property right now. And let me tell you, it's definitely worth it. Not only all the features and benefits that you offer, but let me tell you, what y'all do to qualify the individuals that are actually making the repairs, the convenience features you talk about. In one of our older shows talking about divorce, the pest control.
Yeah. The lawn
all kinds of pests.
Well, the
lawn
fertilization. Yeah, I mean, it's 100 degrees out there. Sure, you can go to Home Depot, get your fertilizer, and get out there and sweat and put your fertilizer down. Why do that when you can just pay $59 service fee and let us send someone out and they can do it for you? That's worth the gas, the time, and the heat for
And
me.
you can sit back and watch them do it just for entertainment.
And offer
Right.
a bottle of water.
So we're gonna have a break here in the One Guard Show and move on to
We've been rat packed.
to Diana. Diana, I'd love to know what are the challenges people come from other countries face when they get here to Houston?
I think for one is depending on their visa status. Some of them that if they have to do financing, some visa status may affect how they can obtain financing to purchase a home. And that's probably the number one thing that I have seen with some of the international buyers.
And you're probably right. One of the things that happens with visa status is if you're on a visa status and that visa status is actually one that is temporary, that's where sometimes you struggle, because what a bank looks for, and I can tell you from a banking perspective, is we look for stability. We look for individuals who are going to be here and don't have the risk for flight, right? It's a risk association. But you're right. I think that's one of the number one items is the visa status. With that being said, though, a lot of visas, H-1, H-2, etc., those visa statuses are accepted just as if you're a U.S. citizen. So the financing, the good thing is there's still a lot of financing available out there. And even if you do not have a visa status which is acceptable for the traditional financing, for national financing is still available. And then what else anything else that you see other than the financing or the visa status?
I don't think so. I think that's probably, money is probably the first issue of getting the financing. Even though it's low inventory, but we still have a good selection of different variety of houses. So I think most of the people can really find something that they're really happy with.
Now, you speak more than one language. I know, of course, you speak English and Chinese, but how many dialects of Chinese do you speak?
I only speak Mandarin, but my parents, they're from China, so they speak their native language. I can understand, but I do speak Mandarin, and I've lived in Caribbean for 4 years, so I speak Spanish as well.
Awesome, Diana.
That is awesome. And, we're going to come up against the break, Diana. Let us know how we can reach you, if you don't mind.
Sure. My number is 713-376-8825, and I think phone call is probably the easiest way, or text me to be able to reach me.
That is awesome. And that's a very special guest we brought in today from
Yes.
One Guard, from you, Natasha.
Thank you, Diana. She's an awesome agent. So if you have any needs in those areas, please feel free to contact her, and you can contact me as well. if
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
interested in
How
home
can we
warranty.
reach One Guard, by the way?
You can reach One Guard. Our number is 1-888-896-0014, and that's for existing homeowners. We love you guys, too, so please, by all means, give us a call.
Get out there. We're coming to a break right now, but stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When an irrepressible smile such as yours